history. And the historic part of this, to be blunt, was what happened in Egypt. And people should take this. President Trump has a very strong personal relationship with Erdogan. Now, I'm not a fan of Erdogan's, but the president thinks very highly of Erdogan. So highly that the president of the United States, now we know the story, the president of the United States en route, and once he got to Israel, got General El-Sisi on the phone, and he's very close to El-Sisi. You saw at the beginning how highly he speaks of El-Sisi, and this comes from the fact that El-Sisi is really the first international figure he met in the 2016 during the UN when we were in the race against Hillary Clinton, and President Trump's the first person he met, and they got along famously. In fact, El-Sisi canceled the meeting with Hillary Clinton, said, don't need to see her. I think this guy's going to win, and I like the cut of his jib. He convinced El-Sisi to invite Netanyahu, who had not been part of this. I think that was part of political reasons. El-Sisi just can't be seen having, given the controversy of Egypt's relationships with Israel in the past and driving peace deals. It's quite controversial. Sadat was assassinated for his role in that, so he was not invited. The president worked El-Sisi, and El-Sisi gave an invitation. Now we know from reporting from major news sources is that Erdogan was in the air from Turkey coming in, and Erdogan said, ho, hang on for a second. Let me get this right. Netanyahu's been invited. Well, here's what we're going to do. And to the president of the United States and El-Sisi, if Netanyahu comes, I'm out. And since the Turks are providing the security force for Gaza, you see where I'm going on this? Am I telegraphing this too much? A total reordering of the Middle East happened today, not in Jerusalem. It happened in the resort on the shores of the Red Sea in Egypt. What did President Trump say? We're going to put the old feuds and bitter hatreds in back of us, and this is now the new geographic center of the world. He has a very strong relationship with Turkey, with Erdogan, with Egypt, with El-Sisi, with the family that runs Qatar, very close. He's given them an Article 5 protection, Article 5 protection for Qatar. And, of course, MBZ in UAE, you could tell in the spring meeting. I think MBZ and probably President Trump have the strongest relationship. Those four relationships are all stronger than the one he has with Netanyahu. I know Seb Gorka, my good friend, Dr. Seb Gorka, I've worked with for years, think very highly of. We do come down on differently on this topic. And he said my comments today were risible about Tel Aviv Levin and the Israel First crowd, but them's just the facts, Doc. Just a fact. It's very obvious what's happening here. A Palestinian state with 2 million Palestinians is being created in the Gaza Strip with Gulf Emirate money and Turkish arms. This is the Turks who would not come to a meeting if Netanyahu was there. Think about that for a second.